Chapter 101. Display of Strength. The news spread like wildfire. Within minutes of the announcement, the entire Nine Lotus Academy fell into unrest. Disciples abandoned their training grounds, instructors paused mid-lecture, and even elders turned their attention toward the central arena. Waves of people rushed in the same direction, their footsteps echoing through the mountain paths like a rising storm. Did you hear? Tony Clark is fighting 12 Grandmaster disciples. 1 against 12? Is he insane or suicidal? No. Finally, our academy is showing spine and dealing with this villain. The crowd surged forward, driven by excitement, curiosity, and bloodlust. Inside the preparation chamber near the arena, the 12 disciples stood together. Everyone laughed without a single worry. To them, Tony Clark was a dummy, and beating him would be pure fun. One leaned against his spear casually. Did you hear what he said? He wants to fight all 12 of us. Another snorted. Arrogant fool. He won't last 10 breaths. A third tightened his gloves slowly. Don't underestimate him. Either he is confident, or completely mad. More than anything, we should consider the Clark family name. Forget about the Clark family. Mark Smith entered the room, his voice calm yet filled with hidden intent. And Tony Clark, if possible. The room fell silent instantly. You all have my backing, Mark continued, scanning their faces. The imperial family will protect you. If you show mercy, Tony Clark will take revenge on your families. The disciples exchanged glances. One by one, they nodded in agreement, swayed by the heavy rewards Mark had promised. Meanwhile, inside Tony's residence, the atmosphere was equally serious. Lily Frost stood quietly in front of Tony. This time she didn't ask questions. There were no arguments, no anger, only silence. Tony watched her curiously. You're not going to say anything? Lily didn't respond. Instead, she stepped forward and handed him a silver vest woven with fine silk jade. Its appearance was ordinary, but the moment Tony touched the fabric, his expression changed. Sky rank. The material carried a subtle, dense aura, layered with defensive structural energy far beyond ordinary equipment. This is my family heirloom, Lily said calmly. Tony looked at her, remaining silent for a moment. He knew the immense value of a family heirloom. This single act showed exactly how much Lily cared for him. He accepted it with a smile. You trust me that much? Lily met his gaze directly. I am not giving it because I trust you. I am giving it because you are mine. Tony smiled faintly. From the side, Leo Clark stepped forward with a serious expression. Brother, say one word. I will take you out of this academy safely, right now. No one can stop me. The room fell silent. Julie looked between them nervously. Tony shook his head. No need. Leo frowned. Are you serious? This is not a joke. 12 Grandmasters. I know, Tony interrupted calmly. Leo stared at him for a few seconds, then exhaled slowly. The bells of the Nine Lotus Academy fighting arena rang out, resonating across the entire campus. Dong, dong, dong. The signal had begun. The arena gates swung open. Live telecast drones activated instantly, projecting the battlefield across multiple regions. Large screens lit up around the stands, while the Marshall Network broadcasted the event to distant viewers. The arena ground was massive, a football field-sized battleground surrounded by layered spectator stands filled to capacity. At the center, 12 figures stood in a line, each displaying absolute confidence without any fear of loss. Opposite them, Tony Clark stood entirely alone, wearing his Sky Rank gauntlets. The contrast was overwhelming. The crowd erupted, eager for the show. Seeing the Sky Rank weapon on Tony also fueled their jealousy and envy. Finish him. He's dead. This is what happens when you act arrogant. The noise rose like thunder. Across the dark web Marshall Network, reactions flooded the commentary boards. 1 versus 12. This is insane. This Tony is either a genius or a clown. Betting starts now. He won't last 5 minutes. 5 minutes? He won't last 1. Inside the Clark family hall, elders watched the screen with tense expressions. What is this boy doing? Even Ryan Clark frowned deeply. In the Frost family home, a cold, heavy silence filled the halls. They had gathered for the 3rd time this month, and the reason was exactly the same, Tony Clark. Inside the imperial palace, laughter erupted. King Jamie Smith leaned back slightly. So this is how the Clark family heir faces his death. Ha ha ha. My son Mark really kept his promise. This ends today. The cheering of the crowd increased with each passing second. Vice Academy Master Rutherford stood at the edge of the arena. He had personally stepped in to conduct this fight as the arena master, wanting to ensure Tony Clark perished during the bout. Academy Master Da Vinci sat on a high platform, and below him, the 4 Peak Masters watched with intrigued expressions. Strangely, just beside Peak Master Natasha, Emma Rock stood with a stoic face, staring directly at Tony with deep thoughts. Ahuo! Vice Academy Master Rutherford shouted, raising his long spear into the air. The entire arena became dead silent. Are you ready, Tony Clark? Rutherford asked with a satisfied smile. No, I have a condition. Tony's voice resounded clearly through the speakers around the arena. Haha, Tony Clark, are you scared? Mark Smith, standing on the outer line of the arena, spoke up in a mocking tone. Going back on your words just hours after you said them. You shouldn't have opened your mouth if you weren't going to fight. TCH, idiot. When did I say that I will not fight? Tony declared, his voice cutting through the taunts. What I meant is I won't fight these 12 people one by one. I will fight all of them at once. 1 versus 12. What? This Tony Clark, what is wrong with him? Did I hear him right? He wants to fight all of us at once. Is he for real? Is he crazy? Who does he think he is? Tony Clark's words sent a shockwave through all the spectators and masters. It felt as though he was simply bragging, openly requesting that everyone beat him together. Even Mark Smith's smile faded after hearing the declaration. Tony Clark, are you serious? Rutherford asked with an angry glare. Yes, is there any problem? Or are all these people afraid to fight a single man together? Tony provoked. The words thoroughly enraged the 12 disciple leaders standing against him. Let's go, guys. Let's teach him a lesson. I have had enough of his mouth. Since he wants a good beating, let's deliver a single kick from every one of us. Kill him. To be continued. Hope you liked today's video. Click subscribe and drop a like to join the community. Next chapter's coming ASAP.